You have to assume they don't have cancers.
No, you don't.
You have to assume they don't have any ailments.
You have to assume. No. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa have to assume. You don't have to assume fucking shit. The title of this is called For Fatphobic People. So, for the girls that are fatphobic, I guess.
Here's a thought for all my fatphobic people out there.
All right. Fam. Tell me again how you can't tell if someone's healthy by the way they look. I'll let that marinate.
If you assume that all fat people are unhealthy and their bodies are riddled with diabetes and heart disease,
and other side effects,
you have to assume the opposite is true. You have to assume that all thin people are completely healthy and there's no...
That's not a fucking argument. That's not an argument. No way. Nope. That's not it.
Come on, man.
That's not a fucking argument. That's not even close to a fucking...
Loud noises!
Nope. You could be unhealthy and fat, and that does not mean that the opposite is No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you're saying, how are you quantifying disease? Again, these people just constantly, like, it has to be the blood work. It has to see in the moment. You have to have proof of it. You can't have chronic inflammation just because you aren't sick right fucking now doesn't mean you're not going to have major complications in 5 years. A lot of people are vegan for 3, 4, 5 years, and then they have major health problems. And a lot of people have it after 6 months, or it takes time sometimes for these major deficiencies and chronic inflammation to come out and manifest itself in a diagnosable illness. And what does that mean anyway, a diagnosable illness? It's just what the medical community has categorized as, well, this is something that's specific to this. Let's give it this name. Everything's systemic in the body. Everything's connected. You never have anything that's completely isolated from every system. That's why specialists in like a medical, it's fucked up because the lungs, like the respiratory system, is not separate from the integumentary system. It's not separate from the nervous system. It's not separate. Everything's connected. Everything's fucking connected. When you eat food, it gets into your system. It's going everywhere. Everywhere. These byproducts or these industrial waste and these chemicals and shit that you're putting in your body, it's going everywhere. It's going everywhere. This is why when you talk about high cholesterol and all this, these mind-numbing numbers, that one number is out of whack. Oh my God, you have to change everything. Let's say everything is 100% healthy, but your cholesterol is elevated, quote unquote, based on their metrics. Everything's perfect except that fucking thing, and then everything has to change. It doesn't make sense. There's books out there. There's tons of content and literature that talks about. Same thing with demonizing fat for decades. We all know it's fucking bullshit. You're just super fucking healthy, but oh my God, this thing is out of whack. We don't know why. It's just, it is. So you have to change everything you're doing. Guess what? It's going to fuck up everything else that's doing well. But it will catch up to you. Just because you don't have technical diabetes in the moment doesn't mean you have insulin sensitivity issues, and doesn't mean you have chronic inflammation. It doesn't mean you don't have chronic inflammation. That's going to lead to those major issues. It's so short-sighted. It's so ridiculous. Let me see this again.
True. You have to assume that all thin people are completely healthy and there's nothing wrong with them.
No, you don't have to.
They don't get heart disease. You have to assume...
Who says that? Who says thin people? Who the fuck says that? Heart disease is so genetic. You could have heart attacks when you're skinny. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the number one thing. Whenever you go to a doctor's office, whenever you get medical, it's always your heart history. Do you have a history? Everyone's heard that question, and everyone knows that because that's the first fucking thing they ask. Does anyone in your family have a history of heart disease? A lot of things and most of these issues are environmental. But if you have a history of heart disease, that is big time fucking genetic. Big time. If you have a history like my father had this and this, that's a major concern. But to slap this fucking to the moon, Alex. Bang, zoom. I need that fucking soundboard. I need the honeymooner soundboard. Okay.
They don't get heart disease. You have to assume they don't have cancers.
No, you don't.
You have to assume they don't have any ailments.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, pumpkin. You have to assume. No. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa have to assume. You don't have to assume fucking shit. You don't have to assume that at all. Okay? Having excessive amount of body fat is not healthy. How about this? Being unhealthy is not healthy. Yes, you could be thinner and be a fucking crackhead. That's not too healthy, is it? There, cupcake. Jesus Christ. Fuck. There you go. 2D2. There's a lot of analogies. 2D2 says, right, a car will run fine with a little oil, but will soon not be okay. Indeed.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. That's a stay woke. We in Rilla mo, that's a stay woke. Rilla mo, stay woke. Rilla mo, that's a stay woke. Rilla mo, stay woke. Rilla mo, that's a stay woke. Rilla mo, stay woke. Rilla mo, that's a stay woke. Rilla mo, stay woke. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a running crown. You are the king of apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know we stand alone.